Hello, my name is Jordan Wood, and I work here at Vaco on the staffing team in Nashville, and I am here with Kristi Volman, and she's going to tell us a little bit about her journey working with me here at Vaco. All right, Kristi, what was your first impression of me when we first met?
I'm honestly embarrassed to talk about this because I never said this to you, but I'll share it with you now and hopefully you won't be offended. But the first thing I thought about you was, oh my gosh, she's so young. How on earth is she ever going to help me, an older, displaced professional? How is she going to identify with me? I was worried about it because I thought maybe you were too young to understand my plight, But I was wrong. Honestly, I hope you know that. I mean, I really wished I could have said that to you sooner, but I was so impressed the first day I met you. I was like, gosh, she's young in age, but you were very mature and very professional, and our conversation was probably the best conversation I've ever had with a recruiter, honestly.
So tell me a little bit about your background.
Sure. So my background is primarily in administration. And I have been a bookkeeper, I have worked in HR, I have been a customer service manager, operations manager, I've worked in accounting. I mean, I've done all kinds of administrative work. And in my last role, I was really doing all of that. It was kind of a role that encompassed it, and I really loved it. But my company folded. They lost their funding, and so it brought me to you because I was looking on your website and I was searching for something that would, be a good fit in Nashville because I had been a remote worker for a company based in another state. And I thought, I'll go check it out, and see what they've got. I had heard some nice things about Vaco, even though I had never worked with you all before. And that's how I came to you, was through your website.
So what were the benefits of working with a recruiter versus going out on the job search on your own?
Way better. Okay, I just can tell you that. I had initially tried to go on my own, and doing the click and apply with your fingers crossed and hoping somebody somewhere sees this application versus coming to a recruiter who understands what I'm looking for. And then being able to introduce me with a warm introduction into a place that actually has viable options and helps me to understand how I can, maneuver myself into that role. And, just basically it's night and day. I mean, it's completely, doing it on my own, I had lost my network in Nashville because I had worked for a company in another state. Right. So I really didn't have very many people that I could reach out to, and try to find the connections. It would have taken me months to put together a list of people to contact, and then even then, who knows if they would have had, anything available for me. But, with Vaco and through you, there's just endless opportunities.
So were there any times where I went above and beyond, or maybe Vaco surprised you in any way?
Yes, actually. There were many times you went above and beyond. I can remember specifically when you were attempting to place me in a position as an executive assistant. And you really went out of your way to help me get prepped for that. You gave me ideas. You told me, things that I could take with me to sort of be impressive. You helped me kind of walk through questions, and I felt a lot more confident after that. I really did, because these guys were, multimillionaires that I'm interviewing with. They could hire anybody, and I felt really ill prepared, at the time, but after working with you, I felt a lot better. And I'll tell you what surprised me most about Vaco, second part of your question, was the communication. I have worked with a lot of recruiting firms over my career, and it's like a cattle call, honestly, half the time. They call you at the last minute, or they never talk to you until they, need to place you, and it's kind of this warm body thing. But with you, it's very different. With Vaco, they have a different system. They keep in touch. They follow through. They actually give you the information you need to know before you go in to interview. I felt like it was a completely different process. It did not feel like a recruitment firm. It felt like a partnership. And in terms of you, I tell you what, I mean, gold star all the way.
Yeah.
I can't say enough good things about you and everything you've done for me, and I'm very grateful.